Hello everyone. In the heat transfer lecture series, in previous lecture, we have studied about the thermal resistance concept, and according to that, we have found out the formulas for a single plane wall and for a composite wall. Now, based on that, now we are going to solve the problem. Okay, so in that, we have considered a problem of a furnace. So here, a wall of a furnace is made up of a inside layer of silica brick 120 mm thick, covered with a layer of magnesite brick 240 mm thick. The temperature at the inside surface of silica brick wall and outside surface of magnesite brick wall are 725 degrees Celsius and 110 degrees Celsius respectively. The contact thermal resistance between the two walls at the interface is 0.0035 degrees Celsius per watt per unit wall area. If the thermal conductivity of silica and magnesite bricks are 1.7 watt per meter degree Celsius and 5.8 watt per meter degree Celsius, calculate first the rate of heat loss per unit area of wall, and second the temperature drop at the interface. Now, as per our given problem, we have drawn a figure here. So this total composite wall consists a single wall of a furnace. Out of this, the some part of the wall is made up of silica material and some part of the wall is made up of magnesite material. So according to that, we have considered the thickness of this wall of silica brick is La and magnesite brick is Lb. So we'll consider A material as a silica material and B material is a magnesite material. So according to that, thickness of silica layer is La and magnesite layer thickness is Lb. Okay. So in given data, we have considered the first, we have thickness of silica material of silica brick is 120 mm. This is also equal to 0.12 meter. Then Lb is equal to, that means magnesite brick layer which has thickness is 240 mm. This is also equal to 0.24 meter. Okay, now next one. So here we have considered in the problem we have next given the temperature at inside surface of silica brick wall and outside surface of magnesite brick wall are 725 degrees Celsius and 110 degrees Celsius respectively. So in that, so inside surface is, we consider this is the inside surface and this is the outside surface. So inside surface have temperature is 725 degrees Celsius, that means temperature T1 is equal to 725 degrees Celsius, and outside surface temperature we have indicated here is T4. So here T4 is 110 degrees Celsius. So in that, these two material make a contact, and we have given in the problem the contact thermal resistance between the two walls at the interface is 0.0035 degrees Celsius per watt. That means there is no perfect ideal contact. So there is a this contact offers some resistance to the heat transfer. So that's why in the problem we have given the thermal contact resistance. So this is the value here. Okay, so that's why we have taken T1 temperature will be reduced up to the at the interface. The temperature will be reduced to T2. At the interface, T2 temperature will be reduced to T3, and this T3 temperature again then reduced at the outside surface temperature as T4. So this is the layout of the temperature. So according to that, so T1 is 725 degrees Celsius and T4 is 110 degrees Celsius. Now in that, if the thermal conductivity of silica and magnesite bricks are 1.7 watt per meter degree Celsius and 5.8 watt per meter degree Celsius. So these values we have given the values of thermal conductivity of silica and magnesite. So we have indicated silica brick material thermal conductivity as Ka and magnesite brick material have thermal conductivity is Kb. So So that's why we have written here Ka is equal to 1.7 watt per meter degree Celsius and Kb is equal to 5.8 watt per meter degree Celsius. Okay. Now in that we have to calculate the first, we have to calculate first the rate of heat loss per unit area of wall, that means Q upon A, and this is also indicated as a heat flux. Okay. And second, we have to find the temperature drop at the interface, that means T2 minus T3. Okay. Now here, now to solve this problem we have to draw a thermal network for this given figure. So we have, if you see, the first material, in the first material heat transfer is by the conduction and second material heat transfer by conduction. So that means the first material is also give us some resistance to the heat transfer, and magnesite material also gives some resistance to the heat transfer. And again at the interface, this temperature difference indicates there is some thermal contact resistances. So that means we have the three resistances we have available in this problem. So we will draw a thermal network as so here, so temperature T1 to T2, T2 to T3 and T3 to T4. So this is first, we will show this resistance as, so we have indicated here material is A, so resistance offered by material A, that means silica material, as Ra, and resistance offered by the material B, that means magnesite wall material, as we have indicated here the Rb. And here in between at the interface, this temperature difference indicates there is a thermal contact resistance, and that's why we will indicate it is Rc. Rc is for thermal contact resistance. Okay, so heat transfer is available from inside to the outside, so we will taken here at the Q. Okay, now the solution for this problem. Solution. So what do we have? We have the formula is Q is equal to delta T divided by R total. So this R total is total thermal resistance. Delta T means total temperature difference. So total temperature difference indicates T1 to T4. Okay, so that's why here. Now we have, so in there we'll first find out the resistances. We'll find out the value of these resistances. So Ra is equal to, so here heat transfer is by the conduction into the wall material, so that's why we have considered this value as La divided by K. So A is for material is A, and this A is for also material A. So we have the value is La is 0.2 divided by Ka is 1.7. If you solve this, we will get the value of 0.0706 degrees Celsius per watt. And now the Rb is, the formula will be similar one, Lb divided by Kb is equal to 0.24 divided by 5.8, and this is also equal to 0.0414 degrees Celsius per watt. Okay, now we have RC is equal to, we have already given the value as 0.0035 degrees Celsius per watt. So now the R total is equal to, so in this, here if you see, all these three resistances are available in series, so we can add these three resistances to find out the total thermal resistance. So that's why we have the formula R total is equal to RA plus RC plus RB. If you substitute the values, we have 0.0706 plus 0.0035 plus 0.0414. So this total resistance is find out 0.1155 degrees Celsius per watt, R total. Okay, now in previous formula we have written Q is equal to, for per unit area, Q is equal to R Q divided by area. So cross sectional area is equal to delta T, the total temperature difference, T1 minus T4 divided by R total. So here we substitute value. T1 we know that it is 725 minus 110 divided by total thermal resistance is 0.1155. Okay, so if you solve this, you will get it is equal to 5324.67 watt per meter square. So this is our first answer. This is our first answer to find out the heat transfer per unit area from this furnace wall. Okay, now for the second, now for second we have to find out here the temperature difference T2 minus T3. To find out this one, we will use a formula. Q is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by R of contact. So in that, if you consider which temperature difference, according to that we have to consider the resistance. So now this one we have the value 5324.67. This is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by our contact we have already given 0.0035, and from that T2 minus T3 is given as 18.81 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is our second answer for this problem. Okay, thank you.